So today I'm going to discuss lab 1 component of first SEM 2D plots of Cartesian and polar curves. So first I'm going to plot scattered plotting of points. So for plotting of points, what we require? So we require module. So we are importing a required module. That module is import matplotlib dot pyplot as plt. So this is a module, and from that module we are using the variable plt. So we are taking some set of values. Okay, so that is stored in x. So the values are 1 2 3 4 5 4 6 7 8. Similar to that, we are taking another set of values corresponding to x values that is stored in y, that is stored in the variable y. So these are 2 7 9 1 5 10 3. So next we have to plot the scattered points. So that's why, so we are writing the line plot plt dot scatter x comma y, x axis versus y axis. The next line plt dot x label. So we are naming the x axis as x axis. We just label the x axis as x axis. And next line is plt dot y label. That is, we are naming the y axis as y axis. So next is plt dot title. So we are giving a title, this scatter point, and we are putting that string in a column, in a single column. Okay, so strings are given in a column. Put it in a column. So at last, plt dot show. So we must give this line. So in order to show the figure. Okay. So I will just copy this program and I will run separately. So then you understand well. I just copy this. And I want to run this. Okay. So this is how we are getting the scattered point diagram. Okay. You can change any of the values. So one thing you must know that x values and y values should be same count. Okay, so it doesn't so if x values here, the x values counts is 7 and y values count is 7. So if x values count is 7 and y value count is 6, just 6, only 6 values, then run. So it is giving error. So that's why x and y values should be same. For that reason, I put another value and then I am going to run. So we are getting the scattered point diagrams. Okay. So next is plotting a line plot. Line plot. So the same values, the same lines as it is in the previous program. So what are the changes we observe? Just look here. Almost 90% program line is same as the previous one. So here also importing a required module. So that is matplotlib pyplot as plt. Okay, import matplotlib dot pyplot as plt. So this is a module. From that module, plt is a variable, and we are taking x some set of values that is stored in x, and corresponding to that we are taking another set of values that is stored in y. So next, plt dot plot x comma y, that is x axis versus y axis, and we give some another value here is r plus dot dot. What is this r plus dot dot means? R represent red color, plus represent the markers wherever the intersection points are there, x and y. So in that we are giving markers. So many marker symbols are there. So here we are using plus, and this two colons, two dots gives a dotted lines. Two dots gives a dotted line. We can change that also. We can change that change into the solid line also. I will show. So the next line is plot dot x label as x axis, and the plot y label as y axis. So we are giving x axis in the name of x axis itself, and the y axis in the name of y axis itself. Then plot dot title, we are giving a title as my first graph. So here we use exclamatory sign. So we can use or we can remove that exclamatory sign. No need of writing a exclamatory sign. So just for a attraction, we are giving exclamatory sign here. Okay. So next, at last, plot dot show. So if you're putting this, so then after running, so we are getting this tag. Okay. So I will change to red color to green, red color to green, and the marker symbol to triangle symbol, and the dotted lines converted into solid one. Now I am going to run this. It's giving blue. Yes. So now the marker symbol is changed to plus to triangle with the downward direction. Okay. So we can change that triangle direction. Now I am putting this. So now the triangle is showing the upward direction. And similarly, this one solid we can change to solid one. Okay. So if you put again a dotted one, so it's changed to a dotted line. But if you put a only single uh, hyphen, so it changes to solid line. Okay, so it is blue color. Now I am changing to green G. So it changes. So this is the line color. Line color is green. The marker symbol is upward direction of triangle, and we are changing to uh, dotted lines to solid line. Okay. So next I will move to another one, sine and cosine curves. So for getting the sine and cosine curves, so we required a numpy module, so that import numpy as np. Numpy is a module and np is the variable. Next, we are importing matplot pyplot as plt. That is, we require again the module matplotlib dot pyplot as plt. Okay, so this is a module and this is the variable in that module. So next we are arranging the x-axis values as -10 to 10. Okay, so in steps of 0.01 we can change this uh, as we require. Okay, so that is, this string value is acted as number. Okay, so that's why we are putting np. Otherwise, if you not put np, so it is taken as a string value. Okay, so that is why, so these values what we are putting in the bracket. Okay, so that should be taken in the taken, and that should be taken as numbers. Okay, so next np dot sin x. Sin x is also a string value. So if you put np dot sin x, then it's taken as a number that should be stored in a y1. So we can change this y1. So any required symbol. Okay. So I am giving symbol as y1. So similarly, np dot cos x, that is stored in y2. So next line is plt dot plot x-axis versus the curve 1 and the x-axis versus curve 2. Okay, so next line is plot a title. So we are giving a title of that uh, diagram. So sine curve and cosine curve. So we can use a single parenthesis or double parenthesis. Okay. So here we are using double parenthesis. No, the both single parenthesis and double parenthesis act as a same meaning. Okay. So next is plt dot x label. We are labeling as values of x, and plt dot y label as values of sin x and cos x. Next, plot dot grid. Okay, so grid means I'll just show. So just I am running this. So there is no grids. That is, so horizontal columns and vertical columns. So what we call it as a grid. So here I'll remove this, and again I am going to run this. So now it's as grid points. So if grid points is there in the diagram, we can easily calculate our requirements. So that's why we are putting a grid. Next, at last we show, in order to show the diagram, we put a line plt dot show. Plt dot show. One thing you must observe, here is a gap. Sometime in the Python code, the gaps are not worked properly. So here, in very few times, so this uh, spaces are work. But one thing you should note that it is not uh, give any space here. Okay, so we have to uh, remove the space. Sometimes the space also matters. Sometimes space also ignore, and it is run. So you must know that space is not needed. Okay, space is not needed, and you have to write the program or type the program without space. Okay, in the line. So don't give any unnecessary spaces. Sometimes the spaces is there, and program is run, but sometimes program is not run if you give a space. Okay, so that's why you must keep it in the mind. Don't give unnecessary spaces. Okay, so I'm just copied this in this program, so that's why it gives spaces. So anyway it is run. Okay, so and python in python, so grammar sensitive, case sensitive. That means if the smaller if you give here capital X, I just show, if you give capital X here, okay, and just run. uh, but here small X, yes. So here run, but anyway, so when you are writing the program, you must aware of grammar, spelling mistakes, and what we call it as spelling mistakes, and case sensitive. Okay, so next we move on to the implicit functions. So that is a Cartesian function. So what is this? X square plus y square is equal to 4. So this is the circle, radius equal to 2. So in order to plot this curve, So we are required to simpy package. Okay. So from simpy, import plot underscore implicit. So as it is an implicit function, we are importing a plot underscore implicit, and also we required symbols. Okay. And also we required equation. So these three are in the simpy package, and we have taken this. Okay. So plot underscore implicit, comma symbols, comma equation. So equation means we just write like this only. So if you write a small letter e, then it is getting wrong one. Okay. So program is not run. So second line, x comma y is equal to symbols. So what are the symbols we require? X and y. So there put it in the single parenthesis. You can change into double parenthesis also. So single parenthesis and double parenthesis are work in the same meaning. And next line is, so plot underscore implicit. So we have opened the bracket and put a equation. After equation again we put a bracket and we write the equation x square. So square means, so we are in the program line. So in Python code, square means we are putting two stars. X 2 stars 2 means it is x square plus y 2 star 2 means y square, comma. So the comma is here work as a equals. Okay. So after equals we are putting 4. So we are writing the equation and close that equation, comma. So x, we are dividing x-axis from -4 to +4, and we are taken x values from -4 to +4 and y value as -4 to +4. So every content put it in the same line. Each and every content put it in the plot underscore implicit. Then comma title is equal to circle. Title is equal to circle. So this dollar symbol represents latex code. So latex code here we are writing in latex code, both in the at both the ends we are introducing dollar symbol, then only it is run. Okay. So x square means we are using upward direction of triangle, upward direction, plus y upward direction symbol, then 2, that is equal to 4, and then introducing dollar sign. I just show here. Change into 4. Now look here, it is a dollar symbol, x upward direction 2 plus y upward direction symbol that acts as a square, that acts as a power. Okay. So that acts as a power, and then equals 4, and then close with a dollar. So that is must be run in markdown. So change this code into markdown, then run. So then it gives a proper equation. Okay. So here the r value is 2. R value is 2. That is radius. Now I'm going to run this. So here is the title, circle x square plus y square is equal to 4, and we are taken x values from -4 to 4 and y values from -4 to 4. We can change this minus 3 to 3. Whatever the numbers we record, it just change this. No restrictions. -3 to okay. So next, move on to another program. So plotting of a polar projection. So plotting a circle, okay, in polar projection. So for that, what we need, import numpy as np. Numpy product module is required. So from that numpy, we have taken a variable np. Import matplotlib.pyplot as plt, and we required a matplotlib.pyplot module, and that module we have taken the variable plt. In the next line, plot plt dot axis. Which axis we require? Just write projection is equal to polar. So which position we require? Just right here. And r is equal to 3. We have taken radius is 3. We can change this radius any number. So we have to arrange this. How to arrange? Arrange 0 from 0 to 0.01, and this is a 360 degree. 2 star np dot pi means 2 pi, 0 to 2 pi. So where circle goes from 0 degree to 360 degree, that's why we are putting 0 and 360 in steps of 0.01, in steps of 0.01. Next, for plotting this circle, we are required a for loop. So that is I in rads. Rads means radians. For I in rads, after for loop, we are giving a one tab space. Plt dot polar I comma r comma I means we are giving the values, so it is changing, and r means the radius, and g means green color with a solid line, green color with solid line, and we are closed in a single parenthesis. Then plot dot show, then it shows. It's take a time. So if the star symbol is running means, so it is run. It's take a time to come that it appears the diagram. Okay, so just I'll change this radius value as 5, and then run. To wait. So if any of them getting this star symbol, just wait. Okay. So I'm changing this 0.01 to 0.1, and the green color change to blue color, and the dotted lines changes to solid line changes to dotted one, and then I'm going to run this. Oh no, not work. Now it is work. Okay. So blue line, and I'm giving a 0.1 space. So just I put dotted. What are the changes you just observe? Okay, so 0.1 spacing. If you put from point to point, it is a 0.1 spacing. So just I am putting another 0.01. Now run this. So if a star comes means just wait. Okay. So in this manner it is okay. Okay. So next program is to uh, plotting a chordioid. So for that we require a numpy model, import numpy as np, and the second line import matplot lib.pyplot as plt, import math. Why we are giving a math means so we have to solve this uh, values. Okay, and we are giving a uh, so we the curve should be solved to plot that. So we required import math. Next line is plt dot axis. Axis what we want required, polar projection we required. Just write that. And a is equal to 3 means here the value a value is 3. That is we can change this a value according to our requirement. No need of only a value 3. Okay. So then np dot orange 0 to 2 pi. I just change this 2 pi as 3.14 as 2 pi value is 3.14. So just I am changing this 3.14 and 0.01 space for loop for I in rad. So just write the after for loop we are introducing one tab space. R is equal to a plus a into 1 plus cos theta. So a into 1 plus cos theta, that is R is equal to a into a plus a star np dot cos I. So I value is changing from 0 to 2 pi. So in space of 0.01. Plot dot polar I comma r. So I value also changes with the r and giving color G with a solid line. So dot represent a solid line. Okay. Then plot dot show. So just run this. Where every time you just run, only put the uh, mouse symbol in the particular cell and then run. So in the outside cursor is there, then it is not run properly. So every time you have to put that cursor in the particular cell and then run. So then only it is run. So just you wait. Okay. So I'm also giving another two lines which is not run. So I just remove that. If you put uh, this symbol uh, in the starting of the line, then it is not run. Okay. So which which part of line we require to run, then we should run the same particular line itself by putting this symbol. So this symbol is avoid the uh, running of the particular line. Okay, avoid the particular line, avoid to run particular line. Again I'll put another curve r1 a minus a star np dot cos I. So that means a plus cos theta and a minus cos theta are the two. R is equal to a plus cos theta, r is equal to, I just write here, r is equal to a into a plus a cos theta a cos x, I just write a cos x, and r is plus r is equal to a minus a cos theta of cos x. Okay, so we are plotting this. Okay, so now I'm going to run this, put a cursor in that particular cell, run. Scan. So this star symbol came means, so we are waiting for after for loop one tab space for all the for the two curves. Okay, so this is how the coordinates came. The first curve is in green color, the second curve in red color. Okay, next program is plotting a linear, quadratic and cubic equation. For plotting a linear equation, quadratic equation and cubic equation, we required matplotlib.pyplot module. From that we have taken a variable plt, and next we required numpy module, numpy package. From that we have taken np as a variable. So x is equal to np dot linspace 0 to 2, 0 to 2. It is the x values from 0 to 2, and with the 100 spaces from 0 to 200 space, 100 divisions. Okay, so next plt dot plot x, we are giving the x values first curve as x plus 2. Label this is a linear, so this is a linear equation. So linear means, so the degree is 1. Plot dot plt dot plot x, So we are writing a quadratic equation x square plus x plus 4 and label this as quadratic. PLT dot plot x comma. We are writing the equation, cubic equation x cube plus 2x square plus 3x and label this as cubic. And at last PLT dot x label this x axis as x label and PLT dot y label as y label. We can change any value of x or value of y like that. PLT dot title. So give a title as simple plot. So PLT dot legend. What is this legend? Legend means, so here three curves are there. So in order to differentiate that curve, so we are giving a legend. So that legend means, so in the map, just imagine that map of India or Karnataka or any district. So they are differentiating railway lines, state highway lines, national highway lines. So these are the landmarks of that map. So similar way, here the legend acts in the same way. So this linear curve is in blue one, and a quadratic is in orange one, and cubic one is in green one. So this colors are taken randomly in the program itself. We are not giving. We can also change this line color also. Okay. So anyway, it is taken random. Okay. So this is about the uh, lab components of first lab, that is 2D plots of Cartesian and polar curves. Okay. So now I end the this end this class. Okay. Thank you very much.